What's going on, everyone? My name is Major, the host of the Majorvation Podcast, and today I have my good brother, good friend Malik Yusef. We want to talk about all things inspirational, aspirational, and motivational. In addition to that, we want to talk about his brand new project, not one, but two projects that I had the opportunity to listen to on my way over here today. Thanks for joining me on the show today, brother.
Fam.
All right, so on the show, I keep it real lax. One of the first things I want to talk about is sleep. What is your view of sleep? A lot of times with people that are successful, music artists, they have different, interpretations of, is it good for you or is it too much? Or I work all through the night. What is your interpretation of sleep?
I think it's based on the task.
Yeah.
If you are in the gym every day working out, you're gonna need a lot more sleep than if you sitting there looking at Netflix. You might want more sleep, but you don't need it.
Right.
During this project, I didn't get much sleep. I was basically on a schedule from about 6 to 3 every day.
Okay.
To get this done. Took a toll on my body. I wasn't able to work out like I wanted to. So it's always going to be a thing you sacrifice when you're trying to go for a big goal.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's going to be food. Sometimes it's going to be sleep. Sometimes it's going to be romance. Sometimes it's going to be socialization. A lot of times, sometimes your kids have to understand the sacrifice you're going through. Because it's ultimately for them. If you're a good person at all.
Right.
Sometimes if you're a boxer, you gotta give up sex. There's always going to be a sacrifice. So sleep is just one of the things that becomes a luxury. If I can function without sleep, I will.
Same here. I try to fight it as much as I can because I'm kind of old school. Like I just like to really mash through and just try to find that moment. But for you with this, everything that you're doing, so I follow you on social media, of course. We've known each other beyond this interview right now.
Yes.
But following your journey, it seems that, but you're very active, right? You're always, whether it's being activism, whether it's being music, whether it's writing, producing, making connections with it's the Bad Kids, right?
Yes, sir.
With the Bad Kids group. So how do you switch those modes? Because I heard you mention something about this, from like the artistry, songwriter aspect of it to being the focal point. Now you're here on the couch. The interview is about you.
Yeah.
How do you switch from those modes? And is it easy for you to navigate?
I think it's just really, a task at hand, what's needed. It's just like, I'm a military person,
Yeah.
And even though I'm artillery, sometimes you got to just pick up a rifle.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. And sometimes you're gonna have to perform what a 92 Alpha would. A medical troop had to perform. Triage on the battlefield. You got to perform it, even though you're there to call azimuths and call naval gunfire or whatever. So that's how I look at this whole thing. Sometimes I'm just writing a song that Kanye is giving me. That Ye's giving me a song to break down the cipher. Sometimes it's like I give him a song. He's like, oh, I like this song. Sometimes it's production. Sometimes production help. Sometimes it's information about how the project should look, or naming a tour like Glow in the Dark. Hey, instead of calling it College Dropout Tour, let's call it Glow in the Dark Tour. Yeah. And that's dope because Glow in the Dark. So I think it's different modes, different roles to play.
Right.
I mean, if you are, just think about this. I always laugh when I see a defensive lineman get an interception, because now he's a running back. He's a receiver, then a running back in seconds. It's always funny to see him because he's like really going for the end zone, dog. Like he's in running back mode, pushing people off. He's waiting for his blockers.
You can tell he's been waiting to do certain moves.
He's been waiting to put a shake on him. So he's like, oh, that was in him out the whole time too? Okay, that's crazy.
Right.
I mean, it's crazy. They snatch it out the air. It's the craziest. They snatch it out the air and get the move, and it's wild. Now you got wide receivers blocking for you. The quarterback is blocking. It's crazy.
The role has definitely shifted.
It's shifted fast, and it's so funny to see.
But it's good. I think that from our life experiences, and you may agree or may not, but I just think from our life experiences, we have learned a level of adaptability.
Yes.
Right. From our struggles, from our obstacles, and then mindset and perspective is key. And I believe that a lot of the things that you talk about, even some of the obstacles and struggles, the ability to see the L as learning versus losing is something I feel like you have exuded through your work, through your music as well. kind of go through that whole scope of mindset, or is that how you view it, so to speak?
I mean, I'm like everybody else. Humans we are loss adverse.
Right.
We have natural built-in loss aversion. You feel me? So I have to switch it quickly in my mind. Like, oops, it's like a cognitive switch. I really psychologically switch and say, okay, I'm learning now. I'm taking the lesson. It hurts me like anybody else.
Right.
That when I take a loss, when I lose something, but I have to say, okay, cool. This is a lesson. I should have been tighter. I should have been better. Right. You learn from it. Your brain says, okay, no more will you make a song that week before again and give it to Jay-Z. Don't do that no more.
So speaking on that, I saw something recently where you was talking about that interaction where you gave, where there was an ideal or song concept and it was very vague. That's not it. Or I don't like that. And that's it. Talk about like the mentality that you have to be in those type of rooms, because a lot of people, they don't have the ability to lock up their sensitivity. Ooh, and so for me, working with Jamie Foxx and other people as well, I had to understand that at a very, very early intro, even working with Master P very early on. So, I've been in those moments, so it builds you for that. What gave you that? Is it because of you've had other experiences? Or it's just like, man, that's Hove, or that's Beyonce, so let me just let it be what it is.
Yes, part of it is how large the person is you're working with. They've had success after success. You've watched them since a kid. I've watched Hove since a kid have success after success after success after success. Yeah. And it's like, he's not wrong. Right. I'm wrong. Right. Hove ain't wrong. Malik is wrong.
Straight up.
And maybe he is wrong because he was wrong about SZA. He's wrong about a couple small things. But 9 times out of 10, I'll go with his wisdom on this.
Right.
And then if he's not wrong, let me show him why he is wrong, why he's not right. Let me make this do everything it needs to do.
Right.
So you get caught in these spaces. But like you say, man, this is very important. Like you said, you worked with Jamie Foxx. He's a hard person to work with. Master P, I couldn't even imagine, how particular he was, because he know what success felt like. What it smelled like, what it looked like, what it sounded like. That had to be crazy right there. You know what I'm saying?
It was, but it actually gave me a lot of great hands-on experience. It built military mindset when it comes to P. A lot of people don't know that when we went out on the road. I was like the roadie. I would carry the bags. I would clean the rooms up. I would do whatever I had to do to be a part of this movement and to learn. And a lot of young people don't have that intuition these days, right? So one of the things I used to do is we used to go out and he would we didn't drink. He didn't drink or smoke. And a lot of people, you look at the music, but we'll have curfew and all these different things, but people won't even think that was possible. So your environments, when you're creating a studio, for anyone that's watching about the creative process and they're not as mature and as advanced as you, how do you structure your studio sessions? Because I remember Ye talking about I see in color and beats and sounds, and you feel like you're like one of those type of individuals. How's your process?
Yeah, 100%. I'm already seeing the song in my mind. It's already existing because I have synesthesia like Kanye, and I'm already seeing it, and I'm just I'm doing my best to delineate this to my group of people. And sometimes they're not seeing what I'm saying. They're like, Malik, why would you put a trumpet here when you could just, I'm putting a trumpet there and then I'm going to put a flute over the trumpet. And it's like, that's the production that because a lot of people now, they make tracks.
Right.
And track makers rarely become producers.
Right.
They call themselves producers. They rarely produce anything because production is a process. Like if you produce an apple sauce, or apple juice is a different process.
For sure.
You still need the apple, but the process is different. You feel me? So that's where I'll be on with, and I'm in the studio. Sometimes there's smoke, sometimes alcohol, sometimes there's women, sometimes there's not. Sometimes it's just,
different things to pull from.
Different things to pull from. I like to use some kind of visual guides, textures, colors, stuff like that. Books I like to touch or read or look at certain things on the screen. Like we did Power. I'll tell the story about Ye. Hope you don't mind. Ryan Fest, and Common came in on the same flight from Chicago, We were in the car going to the studio, going to meet up with Ye, and we were talking about how people want to take from you, and I'm like, we can give you more. I can give you more. You can take from me. You can't take enough. If you took $1,000 from me over our lifetime, you can get $100,000. We can work and make things happen. You know what I'm saying? I can help build. So we got there and we were talking about that, and we were talking, and then Ryan Fest said, "Can I put a beat on?" And he put a beat on. He said, "This kid's from Waco, Texas." I was like, "Waco, Texas? What the fuck?" That's crazy. So he's like, "Yeah, I'm from Waco, Texas." He's the kid from Waco, Texas. Played the beat, and then he's like, "Oh, I could give you more than you could take from me." We tried to make that song.
Yeah.
And it was going well. I'm like, "Ooh, that's can be make it a little darker. It's very ominous." And then we were looking at Malcolm X, just a movie with no sound.
Okay.
And Ye said, "What is he saying? What do he say right there, Malik? When Malcolm X does this?" I said, he says, the police officer says, "No one man should have all that power." And when I said, "No one man should have all that power," and Ye said, he's like, "Oh," I was like, "Yeah, no one man should have all that power." And the beat hit, doom, doom, doom. And at the same time, me and able to each other like, "Oh, this is a hit."
That's beautiful. And that's like one of my favorite songs of
all
all
man,
time.
Thanks, man. That's just such a strong song.
So let's circle back in a different sphere.
Yes, sir.
Hollywood, entertainment, existing in those spaces, balancing family, balancing mental health, balancing everything, your spirituality, your ambitions and goals. Sometimes you have hits, sometimes you have misses. Why haven't you quit? What keeps you going?
The possibility of winning. Just like any gambler, any gambler, possibility of winning. It's like any fight.
Yeah.
I take on the fight because I might win.
Yeah.
Dude he might be a better boxer or better wrestler, but he got that thing in his heart because I'm not trying to hit him. I'm trying to knock. Literally, my thing when I fight somebody, I'm trying to knock bones loose every time I strike, like face, neck, shoulder, gut. I might win. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's what keeps me going. I might win. I got some martial arts. I got some kicks on me. I can kick you in your, you can be 6'5", still kick you in your chin. You know what I'm saying? So I might get that kick off. And it might go.
And it just changed the whole course of everything.
Everything. That's the same thing I apply to this industry. I might, what if I win? What Eminem say? But Slim, what if you win? Wouldn't it be weird? That's how I am. I'm like, but what if I win?
Right.
What if I actually get a chance to get the W? And it's like, why not try? You know what I'm saying? Why not do it? I'm on Earth. Everybody's on Earth right now.
Yeah.
I'm still on Earth. Let's see. If I fail, then, I fail forward. I fail going toward the goal. You feel me?
Putting forth effort. Right.
No question.
A lot of people are in the sidelines. They're in the stands talking about the things they want to do. And oftentimes, and I don't want to talk about this, those are the very people that have the most criticism about the things that people like artists and entertainers do. But they're speaking from a perspective of being in the stands. And they can never really truly understand that particular walk in life because they're not on the field suited up, going after their dreams, goals, and ambitions. Right. So how do you deal with that when it comes to whether it be like, trolls or people talking maliciously about something that you have done or the things that you're doing?
Well, usually what I do is I say, try to be at peace with it. But I say, I usually say, when they say something mean, if they have some false information, I say, well, they say something false. I'll say, hey, here's the facts on that, dog. Let's do the stats. Let's go to the stats. Let's get out of the conjecture, out of the opinion. Right. And when they say something mean, like you said, I say, well, I'll do better next time to make sure I please you. God bless your family and all those around you.
Right.
May you have a better day, and maybe you feel compelled to say something good to somebody one day. I don't know you, but I hope that everybody that comes in contact with you feels blessed today, that you are kind to them, even if you haven't been kind to me. I say stuff like that.
Yeah, I love that. And so to take that back over to the album, so the artwork is fire.
Thank you.
I love the artwork and the concept of it.
Yeah.
Just the symmetry of how you have created the playlist is pretty fantastic as well. So is it you taking credit for that, or is it just a team collective? Because sometimes I get caught up in the scheme of just a 5-track EP album.
Right. Yeah.
So how do you make that final decision and press that, like, okay, this is it. This is what we're going to go with?
Major, I'm going to tell you something, bro. I love a 5-track joint too. The simplicity of it. But I knew that after coming off Vultures, then coming off the Don Toliver album, then coming off Vultures 2, people wanted to hear more from Malik.
Yeah.
So I decided to go in and dive into this and give information, give entertainment, some joy, some elation, some hope. But yeah, it's my vision, and I get a team around me to execute it. But I produced every song, in conjunction with my production staff, my musicians. But it's hard to tell musicians to play this sound. They're like, what?
Right.
What do you mean, Malik? I'm like, dog, have you trusted my music up until now? Well, then you gotta trust, but it's difficult when I'm right there in the room with them. They like, because it don't sound yet like what I do for Ye. Yeah. It doesn't now. It just sounds like a errant drum chord. I'm a chord, an errant drum, a guitar. The understilled synths, unquantized other drums over here. They haven't seen it cook yet. Right. So this is their first time seeing it cook.
Right.
And they're like, oh, they had to, it took a while for them to get the faith to execute what I'm telling them to execute. Just like with the artwork. Right. I told the people, I'm like, all y'all, our theme in good music is an angel. We know that. I want clip art like a scrapbook. Different types of clip art to make an angel, a composite angel. Nice. And then like the one that's made out of stone, my little homie, that's my creative design director, he put that together like a statue because stuff we've done. So yeah, so it's all these constructs of melding things together to make something new. Yeah. Kintsugi type thing, with the gold that heals the broken pieces. But you know what, though, Major, I'm gonna tell you, like, this album, I'm being very open on this album. Yeah. And this fourth part that we drop episode 4 tonight, which is the bars and the singing and stuff tonight, it's gonna be very. I think you have a good time.
It was fire. It definitely took you on a ride, and the fact that I was actually driving and listening to it, I was like, yo, this really has a vibe to it, and I think some of the younger generation may be like a spoken word, but when they feel and it's not your typical spoken word. It's Def Jam companies or something. It's no love Def Jam.
Yeah, love Def Jam.
But it just had such a warm feeling, and it had such current production. But it had just like, I heard the instruments in it, and it just had that bounce to it. So ultimately, what made you say that I want to do this album? What was that point? Was I want to do this album?
Part of it was just me being angry with people trying to hold me back out the category I fucking created. You know what I'm saying? Like, I created spoken word at this level. Yeah. I brought it out the basements. Obviously there's other poets and spoken word artists that have done some huge things. I'm not Ursula Rucker, and she's huge off the Roots albums, and these are poets that I respect, but the category, the spoken word, Grammy category, and the motherfuckers acting like I don't exist or some shit. Yeah. And, I do like a bit of violence in my life. I do like a bit of violence, unfortunately. But it's not wise.
How does the guy do it?
Right, just a little, a little bit of, I do enjoy the combat, but I know that I got too much to lose to do that. Right. I had an incident in LA with a person that they, in a fight, they passed away, and I was able to bring them back. Wow! In a fight, and I knew I was like, I can never do that again. Right. So now I'm just gonna. If anybody want to fight me, I'm just gonna run.
Right. Hey, I ain't have no problem. I made it home.
Right. I'm gonna run, and my kids gonna be like, "Yeah, you ran from that person."
Yep, I sure did.
I sure did.
That light bill paid, right?
Exactly. Because if I go to prison, this hand been broken 8 times. I don't even have feeling in this hand. Wow. I can't. The nerves is damn near dead. All these bones are fused together. This shit don't even work right. You know what I'm saying? It's like it just feels like some kind of I don't know what it feels like.
From a previous fight?
From fighting. Yeah. This my knuckle back here. It's been broken so many times. It just lived back there now.
That's what happened with this.
Yeah. Fighters fracture, boxers break. My son doesn't even make. He just broke his hand for the first time. Like, man. Really?
Yeah, I broke this hand right here too. 3 pins in it right there. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, man, it's not worth it. What's fighting gonna do? We not even, the emotional evolution. What you fighting for?
Right.
I got so much to lose. What if I get injured?
Right.
But it's definitely worse if I injure somebody and go to prison.
Right.
Because a manslaughter ain't no joke.
Not at all.
It's hard to beat a manslaughter.
We've seen it.
You could beat a murder way easier. You could beat a manslaughter.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So they ain't giving that away. So I got too much stuff to do.
Yeah.
So now when they made me upset, you know what I did? I got into my creative space and said, I'm gonna show y'all people I took care of and baby that want to, basically, exclude me from the category.
Right.
I'm like, nah, G. And I'm not gonna get into no gangster shit with you. I'm gonna get into some gangster shit right here. Let you see where I've grown the craft to.
This would definitely cement that. I think this is going to definitely share that perspective. What was the first song, the first piece that you did?
Wolves.
Wolves?
Yeah. About the police and black people's experience with the society that has, we gotta understand. Nobody's gonna argue this society is designed against us. That's not gonna be no argument. They just don't want you to say it.
Right.
They're not arguing. The banks they don't thaw out for us. You feel me?
It's like you were saying as far as the black heroes.
Yeah.
I heard you mention that. Why they don't talk like me?
Right, exactly.
Right. Why is it all why they don't speak like me?
Yeah.
That resonated with me.
Yeah. Why none of me and my niggas get to coexist with them? Why they not from where I'm from? Why they not like us?
Yeah.
You feel me? And so society is no big deal, really, once you understand it. They need, capitalism needs a second-class citizenship to exist.
Yeah.
So they had to relegate us to that and say, hey, even though we just as good, just as smart as anybody else, or smarter, like Hov say, they got to say, hey, dude, drinking Mountain Dew and eating a host of Twinkie for dinner down south, you better than Major. The fuck? You better than Major? You ain't as smart as Major. You ain't as fit as Major. You ain't as accomplished much, but you just on the strength that you sitting down in motherfucking Tennessee, goddamn it, with a hog mog. You better than Major. Man, get the fuck on somewhere.
No,
so that's what America did, but they cheated themselves and they corroded from the inside because they let idiots. No animal on the planet lets the dumbest person lead them.
Yeah.
Except for humans.
Yeah. Wow.
We let the dumbest, the worst of us lead.
Wow.
No other animal will do that. Right. You ain't gonna find the wolf with his.
They'll sense that weakness just like that.
What? What if they don't eat your ass? You trying to lead me? Been ate your ass up.
Did you ever see the movie Mowgli?
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about?
It's in my second part of my album, the poetry. I mentioned Mowgli.
Really?
Yeah, on wolves.
What did the tiger say to the wolf? He said, "The first time you miss your meal,
I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you."
That's your weakness. As soon as I see you miss that meal,
you hungry? You
done lost a step.
Yeah, it's over with.
I can't respect you.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Right now, I respect you. Mm-hmm. You the king. You got your pad.
You got your pad. Yeah, yeah.
As soon as you miss that
you
meal,
missed that one meal, I'm on your head.
Big time.
Yeah, Sher Khan wasn't no punk, man.
Not at all.
Sher Khan wasn't no punk, boy.
He was all about that action.
He was all about that action. I mentioned it in the second part. I'm doing a deluxe version of this.
Okay.
End of the beginning of October.
Okay.
Yeah, but the version you can hear tonight is just like all the hooks and shit. I think you're gonna love that.
No, I can't wait. I can't wait, brother. So I'm not gonna hold you up. I know you have the event coming, but I do have like this little game that I do. It's not really a game. But it's just to test your quickness. You have a writer's brain, and he can freestyle really well.
Okay. Oh man.
So it's get to know Malik.
Okay.
All right. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's like 10. All right. So as soon as I say it, you got to say it off the top. All right.
Okay.
Favorite color?
I got to say ruby red.
All right. Top fave cities?
I would say Chicago, of course. I would say Compton second. I would give Brooklyn third. Fourth would probably be Nashville.
Okay.
And fifth would probably be Paris.
People sleep on Nashville.
They sleep. They so sleep.
Favorite sport?
Favorite sport would be lacrosse. I love lacrosse.
Really?
Yeah, that's my favorite.
What? Okay, I love that. Favorite movie?
Ooh. I would have to say, for me, when I was a kid, and it stuck with me, I had to say Jaws.
Love Jaws, man.
Crazy.
Love Jaws.
When the old man got ate up by the shark, you realize at that point it switches to be like, the shark is in his environment, dog. You should not be out here on this shit, G.
Right. You guys need to depart.
Yeah, y'all, this is my shit. Y'all have fucked it up.
Favorite car?
My favorite car is the 96 Chevy.
Nice.
Impala.
Favorite season of the year?
Spring. I was born in April.
There you go. NFL or NBA?
Woo! I gotta say NBA. I got some homie playing NFL too, but NBA, I gotta say NBA. They're my closest people. You know what I'm saying? People I fuck with the most.
From an animalistic kingdom, who would you be? What animal would you be?
I would say I have to be a wolf.
Okay.
Like we just spoke on. I have to be a wolf. Okay. Because the strength of the pack is the wolf and the strength of the wolf is the pack.
Okay.
I'm a together, community-minded person.
Malik Yusef is a new Marvel superhero character. What is your name and what is your superpower?
Matt Black and the ability to write anything and make it come true.
Woo! I love that. Matt Black. I love that. My brother, this has been fantastic.
Man,
I appreciate you. The album is fire. You have my support 100%.
Man, thank you, brother.
Let's keep doing this. Let's do it again.
Yes, sir. By all means, man. Congratulations on this podcast.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Where can the people follow you and support you?
Facebook, Malik Yusef. Instagram, Malik Yusef 100, because that's where I keep it. I think I got a LinkedIn profile, Malik Yusef.
Whatever it is, we'll add it under the YouTube.
TikTok.
We'll put all the links there so everybody can follow and support Bad Kids, Malik, and the album and everything else that he's doing. Once more, this has been the Majorvation Podcast. Great conversationalist podcast where we talk about all things inspirational, aspirational, and motivational. Stay majorvated.
Stay majorvated. Y'all stay majorvated. We out here.